Yeah, no, it's
Right.
okay, cool.
Mhm.
I wonder, do you see like a recording on like
Yeah,
a
on my end, I do. Yeah. Did you hear though that it says it was recording?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, okay. So okay, so it's recording. It's recording now. Okay, cool, cool. So I guess I don't have to on my end.
Yeah, I and like even this front part, I could cut it out or whatever, or you could cut it out, whatever. I don't know what your capabilities are, but I'll let you begin.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Um, well, yeah, like I said, my name is Kyle. Over here on the East Coast in Massachusetts. Um, I've had a pretty long like past history with my life personally, like with involving with like paranormal and just being interested in that. I think it really has a lot to do with with me being a Scorpio.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because I was like, oh shit, I'm a Scorpio too. And
Very
I thought that
nice.
was funny. Yeah, I'm on the 30th
What do
of
you mean 30?
October. Yeah, October.
Oh, your birthday?
hmm hmm
Okay, I'm November 4th.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, so close.
Yeah, yeah. So so yeah, I think it has a lot to do with the zodiac sign and and my interest with like the whole like occult realm and like everything that in it that is like within that realm. Um, even down to like ancestral backgrounds. Um,
Do you mean like you like to research your ancestry or like more like they were into that kind of stuff too?
um,
Both.
yeah, both.
Okay.
Yeah, little bit of both.
Okay.
Because I did the ancestry DNA.
Yeah.
Um, and like surprisingly, I found out that I'm actually more a little bit more Irish than I am Polish
Mhm.
because of my last name Kaczynski. A lot of people would assume that because of the SKI, the ski, that it's like a Polish thing. Um, but I found out that just a bit more Irish than I am Polish.
Okay. Is that all you
Which
had in there? Just like, are you like 50-50 or
um I think it's I think it's like
or like
20.
60-50, whatever you are?
Yeah, I think it's like
60-40.
23% Irish and um that well I don't know if you've seen that, but like that's like the highest percentage on the list is 23%.
Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Okay. That's
I
interesting.
actually on my list it's 23% Irish and that's the highest percentage, and then it just kind of downgrades and gets lower from there, and Polish is like maybe like 20 or 19.
Okay.
So I mean um a lot of like my interest with Irish stuff makes a lot of sense to me in that aspect. Um, just because I love the music and like I love the way the bagpipes sound. I love that. Like I really want to go to Ireland,
Mhm.
and Scotland, and that area is just I think it's just so like freaking cool just
Hmm.
because it's so old
Yeah.
and ancient and just all the castles that are over there and just all the cool history. I mean, obviously it's not all cool, but just a lot of the history that's over there and I do believe that a lot of my ancestors, were druids, pagans, Celtics, um, and that's where I get my interest from.
Hmm.
Um, Plus, I've always loved the Dropkick Murphys.
Hmm. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
um, and like one of my favorite, like one of my go-to beers is Guinness. You know, um, but yeah, just a lot of it like has to do like with my like I said, my zodiac, my ancestral background, um, which I found out like a few years ago. Um, like I've been fascinated with all this stuff. I mean mostly like about the like the paranormal, like at a very young age. Like I used to watch things on TV on like TV like Nick, on Nickelodeon.
Oh yeah, like Are You Afraid of the Dark? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, that was one of my shows. That
That's
was one of
funny.
my shows for sure. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Goosebumps.
Oh yeah, the Goosebumps books. Yeah. I only read a
Yeah,
couple of those, but what was the other one? It was like the 80s type, like slasher looking type, but they were like, books for teens, like, but they were like horror. I can't think of what those were. But like that was in the same like genre. Oh man, damn it. But yeah, okay, go ahead. Yeah.
yeah, and then um, like I even remember like my mom taking me to the library when I was a young kid, and the only kind of like genre like books, even in the kids section or like in the adult sections or the movies, like I remember like checking out books that were like kind of in the more scary aspects, or like old fashioned like black and white horror. Um, um,
Mhm.
and like I used to check out the books,
Klutz.
uh scary stories to tell in the
Oh
dark.
yeah, yes, yes.
That's
Stephen Gamble, like I went to like art school and like he was like and I used to do like wash and stuff, like even after school. Um I always loved his like watercolor like illustration, like the creepy illustration from those books that
yeah,
that like made the stories, you know.
yeah, for sure. I have all three books too, by the way.
That's cool. Yeah, they're like hard to come by.
They
Like
are, they
older
are.
versions. I don't even know if they make copies of them, do they? I don't know.
Um,
I'm
I'll,
not sure.
I have it over here in my little mini.
Yeah.
I have like a little mini occult book library going on
Yeah.
too.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So I'll just get there real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah. Let's see what the copyright is on that thing.
Um, I mean, there's like two different versions. Um, so yeah, these are these are the original ones.
Oh yeah. So
That one, yeah, that one, and then more scary stories to tell in the dark.
oh yeah, yeah.
That one, and then the book three, the last one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those are
So
so good.
yeah, yeah. So um these are all like little mini books, but
Hmm.
they all have the same stories. And then
Did you see the movie?
I did. I
I
did.
love it.
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I
Yeah.
thought that did a really good job.
What's the scarecrow? I thought he looked really creepy.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. They did a good job with the scarecrow. Um, and then they did uh they did a whole different version, like same author, but different like pictures, different illustrations, but the stories are all like basically the same. Um, so this is the other version.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. I've never seen that before. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah, these are other version like the secondary version, and then more scary stories.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, so
Is that the headless horseman? I can't tell.
uh
Or just like a horse?
it's it's a black horse with some kind of like a witch or goblin on it.
Oh, okay.
And then the third book.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I never saw those.
Yeah, I didn't I never saw these until my mom got these from my for Christmas back in 2012 because
Okay.
I told her that I wanted the scary stories to tell in the dark series, but you know, she wasn't too I wasn't like too specific on what version, and she just kind of grabbed these ones for me. So,
Cool.
and then I ended up grabbing the originals
Nice.
because I really wanted the originals too. Um, but yeah, not there's not a lot of people that have all three of these.
Yeah, yeah, they're
They're,
hard to come by.
like you
And
said,
like,
they're
those are like nice condition. You know?
yeah,
Yeah.
I try to keep them in somewhat good condition.
Mhm.
I try not to bend the pages too much. Um, but as you can tell, you know, kind of same illustrations and yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
and yeah, and then um yeah, like Big Toe.
Oh yeah, that was so gross. Oh yeah, that was like in the movie, right? Like in the soup or whatever, right?
Yeah, yeah, but like in this in the other versions, it's a different picture, different
Yeah,
illustrations,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
same stories, same stories.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I have a lot of books.
Mhm.
Um, that's why I call it my little mini occult library that I have, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
going on.
I remember seeing like your video. I was probably like maybe two rows, or you probably have like a ton more not shown, but yeah, I love books too. Like I'm never gonna be able to read them all. I'm like known for like starting a book and then like, like I just start another book, you know, but I get to it one
Yeah,
point.
that sounds like me as well.
Mhm.
Like I always tell myself that you know to finish a book before I buy another one, but that doesn't happen. That really does not happen because I
Yeah.
see a book that I want. I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to get this right now, or
Yeah,
I have to,
I know. Yeah.
or I
Yeah.
have to get this at some point. Um,
Yeah, you got a lifetime to read them,
yeah, but um, I am working on. I don't know if you saw it, but I am currently working on one right now.
Okay, no,
Um,
a book.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Like fiction, nonfiction, like
Well, it's actually occult related
oh, okay, yeah, like
again.
okay, okay,
But I'll show you that one too. So
okay,
I'll just give me a quick minute.
okay.
All right. Um, so yeah, this is one that I'm currently working on.
Mhm. On
The
the black arts?
yeah, The Black Arts by Richard Cavendish.
Hmm.
Um, this is a really good starter book for those who are like starting out in the occult realm and um like if they're interested in this kind of uh like practice or work. um it just has like pretty much everything, like witchcraft, demonology, astrology, and other mystical practices throughout the ages,
Okay.
even numerology,
Okay.
um the Kabbalah and the names of power, has a chapter about alchemy. Like I said, astrology, ritual magic, the worship of the devil. So I'm currently on uh, chapter 6, which is the ritual magic.
Okay.
Um, and um, I'm reading, like I kind of just started that one, like preparations and the magic circle.
Hmm.
Um, it also talks about like the tarot and um how it kind of like absorbs into different paths and different um like correspondences. But it's a really I think it's a really good book for beginners, for those who are looking to be more involved with this realm. um I think it's more of like a left hand path kind of way
Hmm.
instead of a right hand path. Um,
Okay.
because well, I mean, like being called like the black art, more of a left hand path kind of a book.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, like the paths and the tarot. Uh, how to work with numerology. There's different kinds of ways of numerology. Um,
Yeah, I've done like I do like tarot groups every once in a while. My friend has like a studio, not for that specifically, but she does like host like tarot nights like once a month or kind of frequently. I haven't been in a while, but I always have like my book that tells me, because I'm still like learning, but it's
oh yeah.
interesting. Like sometimes it's like super on point, especially when you're like, I don't ever really read for anybody. Like I've read for my husband before, and like he was just like thinking about like I don't know, like it was recent, like where things were kind of hectic and stuff, and the cards, like I don't remember what the exact cards were, but because it was a while ago, but um they were like really on point. Even there's just random pullings, that he did. It was interesting.
Oh, he pulled the cards.
Did he pull the? I think he pulled the cards. Yeah.
Okay. Um, so uh, I don't just do like pendulum readings. I also have a few tarot decks myself.
Hmm.
Um, this is one of them that I have.
Oh, that's cool.
The Everyday
Yeah.
Witch Tarot. It comes in a cool like tin
Hmm.
container. Um, this is like my. I mean, this is my go-to deck.
Okay.
Um, I also do have the Rider Waite
Yeah,
tarot.
that's I have that one, and I have another one that's like the cars. I don't remember what it's called, but they are like all like look like futuristic, like dream-like paintings. I'll have to find, I don't know where, I'll have to find it downstairs, but it's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, these I don't know if you can see, but these cards have a cool like a purple metallic color on all
Yes.
of them.
Hmm.
So yeah. Um yeah, so this is my this has been my go-to deck just because I feel more connected to this one.
Hmm.
Um being with my whole like witchcraft and like pagan background.
Hmm.
Um I also have a tarot deck called the Occult Tarot. I don't know if you heard of that one.
I'd have to see what it looks like. Yeah.
It's more involving like demons and their sigils.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Um so this is that's the case.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Yeah. And like so those are some of the cards that are
I feel
in the
like you
deck.
need to play like evil music when you show that. Yeah, like what add a sound effect?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, somewhat.
Like fucking Danzig or something.
Yeah, yeah, Danzig.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, this deck was created by Travis McHenry. He also did like a angel occult tarot as well.
That's cool. I would like to. That would be interesting. I'd like to.
Yeah, and he made a he also made like a really cool. I mean, you know how mostly every tarot deck comes with a book.
Yeah.
He made like a little pamphlet book that
Handbook.
goes with it too.
That's cool.
Yeah. Um,
It's really nice.
yeah, it's really made out really well. And then he did another one that involves like sigils. That's really cool. That I don't quite have. I don't have yet. Um,
Hmm.
I may get that one. We'll see. Um, but yeah, like I'm like involved with quite a bit of stuff. Like I said, I have a lot of books and
Yeah, yeah.
like the Kabbalion.
Hmm.
You know, I have this one.
I have that book. I have not read it.
Um,
It's one of
I'm
those things like it's on my shelf that I got a while ago. I will get to it. I think
yeah,
like a lot of times get books like for like research or like just to have if I need it kind of thing. It depends what it is. If it's like stuff on like spirits or like, like 101 paranormal or like different books from different, authors about the paranormal because there's always like different insights on that and people's experiences you can kind of compare to and techniques and things like that you wouldn't have thought of or, things like that. Yeah.
yeah. Um, So I'm always finding out new things within my researches, within my books that I read. Um, I also have the Satanic Bible
Mm-hmm.
by Anton LaVey,
Mm-hmm.
which I actually recently read through this whole book recently. So I finished this one. I also have all the Necronomicons.
Mm-hmm.
I have like all the four books. Um, uh, I have the other satanic ritual book.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
I probably have books that I shouldn't have, but I do anyways,
Yeah,
just
yeah. That's
because.
not gonna hurt anybody.
Right, right. Um,
Yeah, I do
uh,
on your I from when you did your video before. I also have the Scott Cunningham's book on Wicca.
oh,
That's
nice.
a real good book. Like
Yeah,
for
yeah.
like
He's a good author for sure.
yeah, yeah.
I definitely like anyone who doesn't have any of his books. I would recommend those books.
Yeah.
Um, I only have one of his books,
Yeah. Yeah,
um,
same.
which is his solitary witchcraft book.
Yeah, that's the one I got. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Solitary, a guide for the solitary practitioner. Yeah,
Yes,
it's the green one. Yeah, that's what I have too. It's
nice.
really good. Yeah, yeah.
Um, so yeah, do you are you only like involved with like paranormal with ghost hunting and things of that nature?
Do you mean like what other stuff? Like occult stuff or I'm interested in the occult. I don't like do any like rituals or anything. However, for a long time I've practiced like Wicca. But not like I'm not, I don't like always celebrate the Sabbats and stuff like that. But like I don't, I'm not like in a circle or anything, but I like to read
Okay,
about the occult and, things related to it. But uh I have friends that are into that too, but I've never like done any like black mass or anything like that. You know what I mean?
right.
That kind of stuff. I'll read about it. Like I don't mind reading about stuff like that, but yeah. What else?
So do you see yourself more like left hand path, right hand path, or maybe
Yeah,
that
right hand.
part?
Yeah, right hand path. Yeah, for sure.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, yeah. But like I said, I'm not like a full on like practitioner like I probably should be, but kind of like when I need, not like ask for things, but I love I love Pan. For a long time I like would like, you know, see stuff related to him and I have an altar for him and but I don't really ever do anything like on the level of like Aleister Crowley or whatever, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
you know, um, yeah. Um, one good book if you like The Great God Pan. It's a book by Jason Mankey called The Horn God, and it does specifically go over Pan, but it goes over like Dionysus and um some other kind of gods similar to Pan and kind of breaks down like um their characteristics and like where their kind of origins of them. Um I highly recommend that if you're like it's very good. I
Very
think
cool.
I don't like I think I got it on Amazon, but like it was one of those things that like I randomly found. And he does a ton of like online articles and stuff. So I might have found him that way too, but there's like
Okay.
it's really, really good. He does stuff on like I have the book here. Other like Ganesh and Nandi, Shiva. So he breaks down some other kind of gods and stuff, goddesses. It's very good. It looks like this.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty crazy, like when I found out about Pan
Yeah.
being somewhat related to our childhood story about Peter Pan,
Oh, yeah.
because it kind of has that relation, Peter Pan, Pan, and
Mhm.
like Peter Pan was always playing, I don't know what it's called, but
Yeah, the Syrinx.
yeah,
Yeah.
that musical instrument,
Yeah.
and the fairies
Hmm.
Like Tinkerbell, and
Yeah, that's
um,
interesting. I never thought about that. Yeah, with Tinkerbell. Yeah.
yep, there is a deep connection between that Peter Pan movie and then the Pan God himself.
Hmm. Hmm.
I I found that out like somewhat recently as well. I'm like, oh my goodness, no way.
Yeah, right.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Even like what's it like Fantasia always had like kind of like the centaurs and stuff. Like in the one scene was like I was like, oh, this is kind of like odd for them to go there, you know? I thought that was cool. Like some of the Greek
Yeah,
mythology.
yeah. I mean, I don't know how much you know about the background of Disney
Oh, okay. I've
and
seen
like
pieces here and there about the fucking Walt Disney.
yeah, Walt Disney himself and
Uh-huh.
like it's definitely one of those like childhood ruined things, you know,
Hmm.
or ruined childhood things like because like obviously as a kid you think, oh yeah, like Disney is so cool, you know, it's so awesome, like I want to go there, I want to see these characters, I want to go on these rides, but not a lot of people know the darkness,
Mm.
the dark history of Walt Disney and all the symbolisms and all the characters and the
Yeah.
stories that goes into the Walt Disney himself and him creating these images and these like idols, you know, there really is
Hmm.
like a dark history
Okay.
with Disney.
Let me go down a dark rabbit hole after
Yeah,
that.
yeah, even the word Walt Disney
Mhm.
itself has like images and symbolisms within there, like with like sixes and like 666, and
Mm. Oh wow.
there's
That's
a
interesting.
whole different dark side to the whole like Disney theme that a lot of people don't know about.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
found that out. I found that out too in my researches with
Hmm.
the whole like my whole occult realm, you know.
Hmm.
So that was another like dark rabbit hole that I went down to. Um, I mean, it didn't bother me at all, really. I just I mean, I was kind of shocked, but it didn't bother me. Um, it just kind of surprised me a little bit, but that was really about it. Um, and then that crazy madness about them, like I don't know if it was true, but like freezing him and then bringing him back to life for some thing or something
Oh,
like that. I don't know.
oh,
I heard about that, like kind of like the movie Forever Young.
okay. Yeah, I don't think I ever saw that, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah. Like I don't think it's true, but it's probably like another conspiracy theory that they have him frozen somewhere and they want to bring him back to life or something. I don't
Right,
know.
right, right. Yeah, yeah. I
Probably
feel like
some
I've heard that
crazy.
with like Michael Jackson, though people say he's still alive, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that either.
I don't know. It's like I think they're dead.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, but you so you mainly work with like the Delaware ghost or ghost hunters or paranormal?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm from my name's Leila, and I'm the currently like the lead and like co-founder of Delaware Researchers of the Paranormal. Um, and I joined the group like around 2017, but it was formed like 2014-ish, maybe a little bit couple years prior to that by
Yeah.
a guy Danny Raymer. And then he passed away about I think like 3 years ago, and kind of like I was really good friends with him too. He kind of like handed me the keys really. So I've been running
Hmm.
the group for a while now. And yeah, I mean we're like, East Coast, like we're not strictly just Delaware. It's like could be Pennsylvania, Jersey. I mean, I'll drive wherever really. But we do a lot of like private residences, depending what people need.
Oh, like house calls.
House calls, yeah. We've done like businesses too. People have paranormal activity there too. We recently did one. My friend that has that studio, like she does like massage and stuff, and it's like, in Wilmington, Delaware, that she's been having activity there. So actually were there like 2 weeks ago for like the third time. Um, just to like, there's just like so much like to unravel there.
Right.
And but then we do like I have like boo bud friends that like we do investigations together too. So we recently went to West Virginia to Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. And
Awesome.
yeah, it was
Awesome.
cool.
I've heard of
We
that
like
place.
yeah, like rent we were like, rented a like the boo bus, like a rented a bus and drove down and like for like a long weekend, and that place was like something else. Like uh
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say it was like I didn't think it was scary, but like it was very active. Um it was crazy because like there was only like 10 of us. I guess the way when we booked it, like we were the only group, so it ended up being like we had the whole, I mean, the place is huge, like, and I'm sure you've seen like pictures, and um like there was like no way we could have like investigated everywhere,
Of course,
you
yeah.
know. So
Yeah.
it's like you got to go. I can't wait to go back, in I don't know, a couple years or something. But we were hearing you know, um, banging and stuff like that. There was a couple times where we were hearing like distant kind of yelling or screaming. Um,
Wow.
and then like the second floor, there's 4 floors, and the second floor was like the boys like juvenile ward, and then like half of the other side of that was like the pediatrics. And
Okay.
yeah, we were like with our ears like hearing like children. It was like kind of like, hey, like that kind of, and like a little bit of like a giggle kind of thing. Not at the same time, but a couple different times. Uh,
Children, really?
yeah, yeah, and it's like really like upsetting, because it's like they're like stuck there. You know what I mean? Uh,
Yeah. Um, One thing that I within my my research with the paranormal and watching
yeah,
like Dave Schrader and the Ghost Adventures, he um I forget where it was. Uh it may be the Trans Allegheny Lunatic Asylum.
hmm,
It's in that episode he mentioned that um like when you do hear these like these children,
sure,
like it could really be children, or
right,
it could be like something like other kind of like demonic, like mimicking.
right, yeah, like like or like trying to like trick you,
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was weird, like you said, mimic, because like in that ward, and it happened in another ward on the third floor, which was like more like isolation. And there was like Dean's room, which he was murdered.
Okay.
But like the two older guys. But in that ward, and then like the other, like the juvenile pediatrics area, we thought we were hearing like one of our teammates like coming. I'm like, oh my God, that sounds like Ron. And like it wasn't.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
And it sounded like later when I went back, it sounded um like the kids like rustling like more than one child, like if they were like maybe, I mean, it was very windy too, so there was a lot. We were like in the middle of a snowstorm when we
Okay.
were investigating, so it was
Okay.
like a lot of like energy happening, and which is kind of like adding to the ambiance, I guess, right? And but it
Yeah.
was so fucking cold. It was like, I don't know, like 20 degrees, and if there's like no heat, but that was weird that yeah, you mentioned mimic, because we thought we were hearing like our friend, you know.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
happens. That's one thing that does happen or can happen often,
Yeah.
that these spirits or whatever you're communicating with,
Hmm.
it would mimic the sound of like one of your coworkers or even children.
Yeah.
So that's definitely one thing to always keep in mind, that when you're doing these investigations, um, to um, like like sometimes like what you're hearing may not be, exactly what you're hearing.
Hmm.
It's just it's a tricky feel. you
Yeah,
know.
like and like we've heard it too, like not in this not at Trans Allegheny, but like other investigations where we've heard like it sounded like our my friend Emily, like her voice coming through like the spirit box. It's like super weird. Like and it it seemed like it was like related. I can't remember like what the words were, but like that sounds like her, like, it's weird. The other night when we were at my like that the private business, I heard my name, which is like through the spirit box, when
Okay.
I was doing
Well,
like like the Estes method. And I'm like, yeah, that's like, it's not like it's like, Joey or like Jill or something, you know what I mean, like Leela, like that's like weird. But like we were thinking about it, like, well, maybe like somebody there like remembered me, or it could be random, or it could be a mimic kind of thing. I don't know, but because that was like, I go there all the time, so maybe, I don't know, it was weird. It was like Leela, what the fuck?
well,
Yeah.
some some spirits know, especially these more demonic spirits, these more negative, evil spirits. Like believe me when I tell you that they know more about you than you know about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's a true fact. Like they know about your past. They know your future.
Mm-hmm.
They know your name. They can mention your name. They can mimic your name. I had my name called at one investigation that I did a few years ago, at a old train depot that
Yeah,
was
yeah. I did what is it called? Hold on. It's like a meat name.
steaming tender.
Tender. Yeah, like tender, like tenderloin. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, like I don't know. Is that the only clip you have online? Is like the stuff you recorded with like the door and the footsteps? Do you have like more? Were you able to get like more evidence from there?
Um,
Or that you remember, like, you know what I mean?
I have I know I have the like my voice being called like
Okay.
somewhere. Just
Yeah.
I have to find it again, because that one took me a little bit, like the one I have on my channel, like that one took me a little bit to find and
Hmm.
to actually put back on my channel.
Hmm.
Um
Was that like a while ago, or like
yeah, that was it was
okay.
like it was quite a few years ago.
Okay.
Um but
Were you like by yourself? Like, you had like other members with you, or
yeah, um I had a few others with me. And then like one time I actually had a medium like do like a walkthrough
yeah.
before the actual investigation. And she picked up on a lot of things. Um, like um, like there's like a train cart that you can actually dine into,
Oh, okay.
like outside the building.
Yeah, that's cool.
And just kind of right away she said that, like, there's a little boy over there that keeps like peeking up
Mm.
like at the window, kind of like playing like hide and seek, kind of like looking up and ducking down, looking up and ducking down,
Oh wow.
almost playing like hide and seek. And that was one of
Yeah.
the first things that she noticed. Um, and then she picked up on a female girl that had somehow died on the property, and she described her like having like the long kind of like blonde like Goldilocks hair,
Mhm.
um and like a blue plaited dress, kind of like a dress skirt.
Oh wow. Did
um
she say like give like a like oh it looked like 40s style clothes or anything like that?
yeah, old fashioned.
Okay.
um and then the station manager is still lingering around there as well. I think he's the one that came upstairs to me
Oh
while I
wow.
was while I was conducting my own personal
Yeah.
um thing upstairs.
So what was it like what was the room upstairs or like do they know what that used to be up there?
Um, I think it was just like a storage room, but they
Mhm.
had but now they have like they're like they put some like washing machines up there to wash their tablecloths or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, but like yeah, the thing about that was like I had actually I did that a few times. Like I did that place a few times.
Hmm.
Like that specific night, I had two other guys with me, and I know I explained it in that video, that that I had told the guys to give me some kind of a notice to to let me know that they're gonna come up to, so nothing would be like debunked or anything.
Hmm.
Uh, um,
Hmm.
it was just it was like when I saw that for the first time, like there was this it was so wild, it just kind of blew my mind. I'm like, is like I didn't know what to say,
Yeah.
like is this really happening? Like, oh my goodness, holy shit,
Hmm. Yeah, that's
wow.
really cool.
I mean, like I don't even think the door, I don't want to know if the door opened. Like
Hmm.
I definitely know that I heard that there like I don't know if people that watch it can actually hear everything,
Yeah,
but
you can hear the footsteps like boom, 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 and
okay,
like
okay,
but
yes,
I
yes,
couldn't tell um like if you had mentioned like it looked like a light or something turn on. I
yeah,
I couldn't reference that, but I mean you could hear what you were describing.
yeah. You can definitely hear the footsteps walking up the
Hmm.
stairs, and my other two guys were like two floors in the basement while that was
Yeah.
going on.
Wow.
Um, and then uh, I had asked some question, to like give me a sign of your presence, and then there was like a light that like a stairway light that turned on really quick,
Okay.
but like you can, I mean it's kind of like in black and white, night vision, but like what you can see where the light shines through the bottom of the door, because there's like a little space between the floor and the door,
Hmm.
and like within that light time frame, you can hear a voice that says like what,
Hmm.
like responding to my question, like what kind of um uh like what kind of evidence do you want, or something like that, or just it just said like what. And then after that, that's when you hear the footsteps, and then that's when you hear the door handle like jiggling,
Hmm.
and then what sounds like the door opening, and then you actually see like the like these legs kind of like walking in, these like
Hmm.
phantom legs walking in. Um, and like I couldn't tell if the door really opened. I don't think it did. I think it just sounded like it did open.
Hmm.
Um, but but there's been stories of even like the former employees that have like experiences um like when they're like waiting on tables, like they all of a sudden feel like a little like pull on their pant leg,
Hmm.
and like a tug or something, and um they think that there's like a child like in there playing with them or something like that, or like I said, it's like pulling on their pant leg or something, and they kind of get a little spooked with that one.
Hmm.
Plus, plus there is a train that passes through there, and it's really close to the building, like very close. Like you can feel the vibration of the train in the restaurant.
Okay.
Um, and
And that, I mean, that probably adds, the energy,
yeah,
but also like a time stamp, you know what I mean?
yes,
Residual kind of energy happening there. That's
yes. Um, yeah, train tracks definitely,
mm-hmm.
and with the train passing, that like you said, it definitely adds to the energy, and it's what creates that place to be always like so active.
Hmm.
Um, because like in my researches and the shows that I've watched, like I've learned that like one thing that the spirits are like get their energy from it are train tracks and like bodies of water, like rivers passing by.
Yep. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, we had this is like years ago, people had contacted us and like, one of the things we had asked them, like, do you have like a fish tank, like, in your house? And they did like a big, like salt, I think it was like, I can't remember if it was salt water or like a regular tank, but they're like, yeah, you should get rid of it. I don't remember all like the activities that was happening there, but that was one of the things we typically ask, in our, list of several hundred questions. But yeah, yeah, absolutely. The water for sure. And like Trans Allegheny, like it was interesting because we had gone earlier in the day to like, oh, let's go like um get pictures in front of it and all that stuff. And they have like the river like is going like right in front of the building, like through all around like in the town. And we didn't find any like train tracks, but the water is like definitely right there. But yeah, that's always the case. Um,
yeah,
like
it's a
looking.
good high energy source for them.
Yeah.
And if there's any like telephone poles around,
Hmm.
um, so I've also been to not well, I've been to one place, the Ohio State Reformatory.
Oh, okay. I've heard of that. Yeah. Was it cool?
Yeah, I've been
Is that
there.
kind of
I've been,
like shut down, right? Like it's like you like it's like old, right? Like it's been shut down for a really long time, right?
yeah, it's not active for
Mhm.
prisoners. It's
Right.
just active for tours,
Okay. And like, do they
and
do like regular history tours too?
yeah, history
Probably.
tours and self-guided tours,
Okay.
and also they host like paranormal events.
Hmm.
Um, like me and a friend of mine went to a Ghost Adventures event there one year,
That's
and
cool.
we ended up spending the night with them and a group of people. Um, and we went to like various locations, and um, it was, I mean, it wasn't. We were just kind of like following them around basically, and like the Ghost Adventures crew. Jeff Belanger was there. Um, um, a few others. There and it was mostly them doing their ghost hunting experiments.
Hmm.
Um, but that was really cool. That was really cool. And then a few years after that, I went back there um, with my ex-wife, and uh, we did a like a self-guided tour,
Hmm.
and because we were in the area on a road trip, and I'm like, we have to stop here.
Hmm.
We have to stop here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, so yeah, we did that. Um,
It's cool.
and
Did you
that
like feel anything or like, you know what I mean, like have any kind of physical or any kind of feelings?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, I mean, I took a lot of pictures as well.
Hmm.
We did the self-guided tour, which was really cool because we could take our time, kind of walking through the whole area,
Yeah.
and uh, like I had to lay on one of the beds, one of the old beds in the jail cell. You know,
Yeah.
I did that,
Cool.
and I had to have my picture taken like that too.
Uh-huh.
I had to do that.
Yeah, totally.
But like just like the feeling in that, like, I mean, of course they have a little gift store, but like once you get into the actual
Yeah.
area, it's like the happiness just kind of just goes away.
Yeah.
Like I felt very like some emotions I felt was like very serious. Um uh kind of like like aggravated or like kind of like bothered or
Hmm.
like then like negative feelings, um like kind of like somber, like sadness, because because I'm like I'm an empath, and it's one of my abilities, so I do pick up on a lot of those emotions. It was just very serious, um like even on some of my like selfie pictures, I had like a very like non-happy, very serious like look on my face. um that's just like that's just like the feeling, the emotion that I felt within that place.
Hmm.
um just there is no positivity, no positive in that place whatsoever, except for maybe the gift shop.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Mhm.
that's really about it. Like it's just a very very strong, serious feeling.
Mhm.
Like I don't know if it's like depression or just in that kind of like genre, that kind of like nature. Um, uh, it's like I wasn't even like really smiling in any of my photos.
Mhm.
That's kind of like how much of a seriousness that place kind of gives you,
Yeah.
that vibe.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Like some places it's like flip of a switch, you know? Like like we have like we like are like well I'm in like I'm in Newark, Delaware, but like about 45 minutes from me is like Eastern State Penitentiary in Philly, and I've never investigated there, but you can do like the walkthrough tours, like daytime tours, and it's like that. But like Penhurst State School is really like that. It's just like you feel like sick some places, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and one time we did me and my husband and my like our best friends, we did like a road trip. Well, we flew into San Diego and we started, or not San, we flew into what the fuck? San Francisco first, sorry. And we end up going to, and then we like got rented a car and we drove down to San Diego. But we did go to Alcatraz,
Oh, very
like for like
cool.
like a daytime tour.
Very cool.
And
That's one place I want to go to.
yeah, like and it felt, you could feel like the heaviness. But there
Yeah.
was like one I went into one of the like the blackout like solitary confinement like cells.
Oh, yes.
Like
Yeah.
I like
Yes.
felt that like the heaviness, but I felt sick, like I got like really dizzy. Like I had to like leave there. I was only in there like a couple minutes. I mean I wasn't asking any questions. I just kind of like was like, there was tons of people, but yeah, like there's just certain places you go to that are like you're describing, they kind of get
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I walked around the solitary confinement and at the Ohio Reformatory as well.
Yeah.
Um, and even that area got even more
Wow.
like emotional, like seriousness.
Hmm.
And I mean, you of course you get that feeling that like that something is near you, that something is like looking at you.
Hmm.
You get that feeling while just walking around these places, and um it's a like a really like kind of popular feeling um that like us paranormal investigators get. And I honestly do believe that like when those feelings happen, that something really is going on, that something really is like looking at you, or like concentrating on you, or even kind of like wondering like what are you doing here? What are you doing in my space? Or
Hmm.
like like
Yeah.
you're like invading my space.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Uh, is there like any other like bucket list places you want to get like investigate or or go, go to like for like paranormal or like historic kind of reasons? Obviously like
Yes.
Ireland, right? Scotland. Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely love to go there to do some investigations.
Yeah.
Um, is it the trans Allegheny that has that's a kind of like that was a for like tuberculosis
Oh, they did have a award for a little bit, but you might be thinking of Waverly Hills.
yes, yes, yes,
Yeah, that's what
Waverly,
my
yeah.
like next big trip I'm gonna plan. Yes, that's why I
Yeah,
really want to go there. Yeah.
that is one place I want to go to as well.
Yeah, I've seen like I can't think of the dude's name, but he was from when the show was on like Paranormal State, the one guy, not Ryan, but like he was like in the crew. He
Okay.
had there's a documentary on like Tubi. It might still be on there. I can't think of the name now, but he was like basically like talking about all the evidence he's gathered like over all the investigations, and like that was one of the places he highlighted. And um there was like lots of like shadow figures and that kind of stuff, and like they were just hearing so many like noises, and there were some bangs and kind of like that angry or like energy that you were talking about, like feeling that there, like you're not
Yeah.
wanted there. Yeah.
Yeah, that may be one of the feelings that I was getting as well. Like you're not welcomed here.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
get out. You
Mm-hmm.
know. Yeah. Um, yeah, that's definitely
Yeah.
on my bucket list for sure. Um, um, and then like the whole thing about like doppelgangers, apparently
Oh yeah, the
there's
story.
been like doppelganger
Yeah.
experiences there as well.
At Waverly Hills.
Uh-huh.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, when we went to Trans-Allegheny or Tala, well, like when they had like like your base camp room and like you met your like tour guides or like the two employees that were there that like were your hosts for the night. The one
Yeah.
lady, she's been working there 5 or 6 years, maybe longer. I can't remember. She's always on like the paranormal like documentaries, like Ghost Brothers. Like she was like in some of the like YouTube videos with them where like
Okay.
they give like the tour before you actually start investigating. But she was saying that she has a doppelganger there,
Oh my
and like
goodness.
she'll be off, and then like she'll get a call from like her employee that like was there working, and they're like, I just saw you like come out of this room, like, and it's happened like a bunch of times,
Oh
and
my goodness.
yeah, like that's wild. Yeah. I was like, I don't know if I'm like there. Yeah, that's crazy. Like imagine seeing your own doppelganger. That would be crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was mentioned in the Ghost Adventures episode that I guess it's not a good sign
Yeah.
if you run into your doppelganger.
Yeah, right.
That means like somewhat of a near death for you or something, you know?
Yeah, yeah, I feel like I've heard that before. Hmm.
Yeah. So it's definitely not. I mean, it's interesting, but it's definitely not a good thing to run into your doppelganger, you know. And then,
Yeah.
and then there's like other like mystical creatures that lurk around there on like four legs or something. Um, and then um, uh, I think it was I think it was Waverly Hills. Um, where um. I don't quite remember.
Yeah.
But it was I know it was featured on Ghost Adventures, like one of the episodes where they talk about this guy having like giantism.
Was
Um,
it kind of like a medical kind of institute, like similar to these like asylums or
yeah,
okay. Hmm. Yeah, there's probably a ton of them. I don't know.
yeah, there was some kind of like a sanitarium.
Sanatorium. Yeah, okay. Okay.
Um, I think it was like on a farm or it was on a farm.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Huh. See if we can look it up.
but I mean there was some that like on a road trip that we did, like that we had passed some of these haunted locations, but I only it was only like a quick passing like photo shoot kind of a thing.
Yeah,
Um, like obviously didn't have time to go into just some of these places, but I did get pictures of like some of the buildings and some of me like standing in front of the buildings. Um,
cool.
but yeah,
I think it's Rolling Hills Asylum.
yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes.
I just typed in sanatorium farm and giantism and then I came up. But I do see the Ghost Adventures, yeah, episode from 2022.
that's the place, Rolling Hills.
Okay, that's
Um,
cool.
yeah. So I actually we actually stopped there because it was we had to do like a little side detour to go there because I had to go there because we were in the area.
Hmm.
Um, but like I said, I didn't go in, but I just took some outdoor selfies.
Yeah.
Um, just just to say that I was actually on the on the grounds.
Hmm.
But it was still cool to actually see that place with my own eyes.
Mm, that's cool. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I haven't been too involved with like paranormal investigating. I created my own kind of name.
Yeah, what's it stand for? I was like looking, I was like, what is it? Like New England's investigating or
Yeah,
paranormal
yeah, you're getting there. New England Paranormal Investigation Crew.
crew. Okay, okay, gotcha. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so I had this hoodie made a few years ago.
Mhm.
Um, but it's been kind of like on and off. Like I definitely want to get back into it. Um, maybe try to find some people that are interested in doing this because
Hmm.
I would have to kind of like restart it in a way. Um, um, because one person moved to Colorado and
Yeah, let's
then
say same with our dude moved to Texas.
yeah,
Like our
yeah,
good friend that was like on the team when Danny was around, and you know, you have people come and go, and kind of like I call on people as I need them for, you know, specialty things or you know, cleansing or whatever. Like I don't do any of that. I'm kind of just like the case managers and you know, and then I do like the investigating portion, but or if there's like a good friend of mine, he's on the team like as I need him is like
yeah,
demonology kind of stuff or like occult stuff. I should hook you
nice.
guys up. Yeah. And and but then now he's like, you know, gonna become a not a priest. I can't think of the other like it's like a lower level. He's like, you know, back into, you know, Catholicism and stuff like that. But hey, you know, whatever. Um, and but yeah, it's like, you know, as I need people and I think it's hard to find like people that are like really dedicated and it's hard too like you know finding time for yourself too like to do it like constantly you know because you know life gets in the way and stuff but I mean there's people out there that like you know they like need help and or like you need like validation or like to like debunk things or find out what's going on at their house and
Yeah, for sure.
you know there was one case we had that I ended up like not like investigating there. That was at the time I was like pregnant and um you know after that like I stopped for like a couple years like you know I was like this is not going to be safe for me and that kind of thing but you know they were having like they were renting a property and you know having activity like seeing things hearing stuff like there you know there's like movement in the house and she was like terrified and she's like, oh, you know, I moved in this place, like I love it here and I'm sleeping in my like RV outside, you know, and you know, we had I had a friend that was clairaudient who could hear things but not see them.
Okay.
And she was picking up on, you know, some kind of stuff like I can't remember exactly now, but like certain parts of the house where like she could feel certain things. Um, but but then like, you know, she was on like a lot of medication. She was on like 24/7 oxygen. So like not having enough oxygen or having too much oxygen, you could like hallucinate. So there's, there's tons of things like we never investigated there, but we did the like walkthrough, and I mean I spent hours on the phone with her, like she'd be crying, and again when I first met her, and kind of have to like get him off the ledge in a way, like it's
Oh
okay, you're
yeah.
gonna be all right, and there was, I think there was a lot of drama there, but which, won't go into all that, but yeah, I never, I decided not to investigate there just because there was a lot going on that I don't think was paranormal per se.
All
But
right.
yeah, I mean like the kind of interview process is much more important than the investigating, like doing the actual like investigating, like getting your evidence. Because you get to understand the people and like what their situations are, or like what medications they're on, or like, oh, this happened. Oh, I forgot I did this, like, okay. Yeah. So we had another guy, this was like years ago. It's like, another like private case, and like at home, he was having like night terrors and that kind of thing.
Goodness.
And um, we investigated there, and like nothing really happened. We didn't really get any like concrete evidence, and we're like, let's sit down with this guy. Like we like after the investigation, we sat there and like just interviewed him more, like just conversating, like did you do anything? Like did you take anything? Because he was in like the army, and I think at one point he was in like Afghanistan or over there. And
Yeah.
he mentioned he came upon like ruins, like Mesopotamia, like era, like I don't know, it was like pottery and like anyways, he found like bone. I'm like, oh, that's okay. So he took the like remnants of these artifacts back home,
Goodness.
and then wondered why he had stuff going on, and but it's like one of those things like you just have to like drill these people like politely, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like figure out like what is going on. And we end up doing a ritual where we ended up like burying them in the back in the earth, like we couldn't return them, like back over there, but and it seemed to have calmed down for them. But you never know, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely never good to bring things back with you from certain areas to certain locations because
Yeah.
things can get attached to you. Things can follow you all the way back home.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, I mean, there's certain things that you can do to like prevent that. Like like a few things like before like entering your home, like taking your shoes off for one. Um, because like obviously whatever you happen to step in, like from a certain area, like would have some kind of like a attachment. So it's always good to take your shoes off before entering your house. Or another thing is to walk into your home backwards.
Oh, interesting.
Um, I mean, these are kind of more like kind of like witchy things to
Yeah.
do, um, to prevent things from entering your home. Um, like walk backwards and tell whatever spirit may be there to not enter.
Mhm.
Um, or even just to hang some kind of like a like some bells or some kind of herbs even outside your house or outside your doorway,
Mhm.
just to prevent things from entering,
Mhm.
or even leave like certain crystals or certain gems outside your house so they don't and so they don't like enter.
Did you make like a four corners kind of uh boundary around your house?
Yeah, yeah, on the corners of the house.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I can definitely do that too. Um, Obsidian is good for that. Uh, it absorbs like negative energies into the crystal itself.
I've heard that, like to take that with you on investigations, to carry that.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
kind of like keeps them away or keeps them from attaching themselves to you.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, like I said, um, I do want to get back into it at some point.
Yeah.
Um, I would like to actually go back to the train depot and um, hit up some of these like more famous areas and um, trying to find like the right kind of people, you know.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah. I know. It's like one I think the biggest barrier is like life gets in the way, but yeah, like you have to have people that you trust is like so important, and then, I feel like you need to have the right balance of like different type of investigators, like, someone that's more like very science versus like someone that's like all like sensory, or like, they can feel things, but like you have to have like I think a good balance of both worlds, to get your evidence validated and things like that. And I also like to do a lot of the historical work, like myself, just like doing like timelines or like history of places. And then a lot of people I know too that they don't like to know like the history of a place before they go investigate, which I totally get too. But I like to be prepared, and kind of help you like lead into certain questions that might be more helpful than not knowing. You
Yeah,
know? But yeah, I feel like there's just like different techniques and, lots of different ways to investigate, which I find, it's fascinating because everybody's kind of different, how they do it.
yeah, for sure. Like like I've been like I said like I've been to certain locations, not specifically for uh investigations, but just like on like vacations or road trips.
Yeah.
Like me and the family, like me, mom, dad, my sisters took a trip to Pennsylvania
Hmm.
to see to spend time with some relatives that we have down there. And of course we had to go to Gettysburg.
Yeah, Gettysburg. I love Gettysburg. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did I say? I saw you had like a book. I was like, oh, I wonder if he's been to Gettysburg. That's cool. Yeah, that place is like another place, like it just feels different.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
really does.
Yeah.
Um uh we took like a guided tour
Hmm.
of that place, and then there were times where we could actually like get out and walk around a bit.
Yeah.
Um, um, like some areas like they showed us like where cannonball holes in buildings are still present from to this day,
Hmm.
which is amazing. Um, and then um, like this was it was quite a few years ago, but um, like I like if I remembered everything, like I could just like kind of go through everything and talk about like the different locations. But you've probably seen it. Like they have this one famous image. Like you know how they took dead bodies
Yeah, like the
and
famous photo. Yeah, right. Of like they're supposed to be like the Like they're the dead soldiers, like the famous, yeah, and I forget the photographer. Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, she actually took the dead bodies and propped them up
Drop them. Yeah,
with
right.
yeah
Positioned them.
with their guns and
Hmm.
in like positions and he took their photographs. Uh, like there was this one famous image. It was like between two like kind of two boulders.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Um,
Devil's
you put
Den.
yeah, Devil's Den, yes.
Hmm.
So I went to that spot
Yeah.
and you know I tried to kind of imitate that soldier
Oh,
that was
okay.
there. Um, I mean, so I even looked back at some of the pictures. I mean, I didn't really see anything, but there has been other people in that same spot saying that they seen some kind of like a silhouette form of that soldier in their pictures. So that's been reported by a few people. Um, and of course, you know, people hearing the sounds of like drums being banged on
Yeah. I've
and
gotten when the second I've only been there twice. The second time we went was for like the Warrens Paracon, and then after that we went to the battlefield. I think I went back specifically to the wheat field, and yeah, I have drums like recorded. Like it's the wildest thing. And I was able to confirm like with some of the historians, like with some of the Gettysburg groups I'm with, like on Facebook, that there wasn't any like reenactors that day or anything. I'll have to send you the clip. It's on Instagram, so
okay,
that you can find it. But I'll send it to you. It's like boop, 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 doo, doo, doo. It's
nice.
crazy. Yeah, but like you said, like yeah, people you hear like the drumming or like cannon fire, gunshots. Um, yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, it's just a really active place, like 24/7.
Yeah,
I believe.
I've never like been there at night. Like I've been stayed over like in the town, like at like an old inn or whatever, but I've never like going out exploring, at nighttime. Like we actually the first time we went was like in the middle of like I think it was like the end of January. It was like 19 degrees and it was like just like bitter cold. We were signed up for like an investigation with like one of the local tours, and like the guy like kind of canceled because it was so cold. So I was like, come on, like and so we didn't get to go, but um I can imagine that. I mean, it's like you said, it's active like 24/7, but I can imagine at nighttime it's probably a bit freakier, you know.
Yeah,
Depending where you're going. Yeah.
yeah. So that was one cool spot that we just happened to go to on a vacation trip.
Yeah.
That just it had to happen, you know.
Hmm. Yeah, I really want to go to, I think it's pronounced Antietam, Maryland. That was like another like the Battle of Antietam during the war too. That was supposed to be like the bloodiest day of the war. Like out of everywhere. I can't remember like the numbers, but um that's not too far. Like, probably a couple hour drive, similar to like Gettysburg from here. I'd like to go there
Okay.
too. Yeah, it's supposed to be, same thing, like probably tons of paranormal activity happening there as well, I'm sure, you know. Or, I'd like to go for
Yeah.
like the historical part too, like do some of the tours. We did do like the walk like drive, then you get out of your car with like a historian in Gettysburg. That was cool. Like
Oh,
in
very nice.
like the windiest day. Like we're here, we gotta suffer through this. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I love that kind of stuff. just hearing about the different history, it's important to like know,
Oh
and
yeah, for sure.
especially, if you're going to be investigating, like you're not going to ask like something not related. It's good to have some generals in your back pocket, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely can't go to a place like blinded,
Yeah.
not knowing what happened
Right.
or like who died on the properties or
Hmm.
what just in general just what happened, you know.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Um Plus like the grounds is just like so soaked with blood and just the energy there is just it's just kind of like unbelievable sometimes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
This is why it's always like it's just active like just just every day 24/7. It really is.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um Obviously even while there's like nobody there, it's um even like um people in the local town have obviously heard things and they have their own stories.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'd love to like I've never seen any of like the like fame like more like the Jenny Wade house or like I guess like the orphanage you can investigate there too. I'd love to do that in Gettysburg. Or like the was it the Lincoln Hotel? I can't remember if that's the name of it, but where Lincoln stayed. Sure, like tons of places,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I think the Jenny Wade house is the one where it has a cannonball
Yeah.
hole through it or something, or even it still has the bullet holes of where uh the bullets went through the door and she was like shot and killed. Obviously it was like an accident kind of a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they have the statue outside the house there as well.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to do any of that. Like visit any of those places in the town. We did go on like a I don't remember the name of like the group or whatever, like the paranormal group, but I guess they do like regular paranormal tours, but I'm gonna like talk some shit. But basically you pay like I can't remember how much it is, but like you go, it's like a haunted museum. Like we
Yeah.
were the only like two people there plus like our tour guide and I don't know, man. I was like it was kind of trying to think fiction. Trying to find the right word. They're like, yeah, they had some stuff that was like kind of interesting, but like they had this piece of this piece of pottery, right, that they said was, from like World War II or whatever, and like if you say the secret word, like don't say Nazi, like bad stuff's gonna happen. I'm like, dude, like okay, calm down.
Yeah.
Like it was kind of ridiculous. And yeah, then I'm kind of asking like educated questions and like about certain like the wood expanding like on some of the other things they had like some like old trunks and stuff and like kind of like oh uh kind of thrown off by that I think but and they had like some like haunted dolls and all kinds of stuff they actually had a board that was from I guess like a local barn or something during the war that they used as like a stretcher that carried some of the wounded and stuff like that was kind of cool. Um,
Okay.
yeah, but some of the stuff was really trying. I mean, maybe some people believe it, but I didn't believe it.
Yeah. Yeah. Um and I guess like according to the Ghost Adventures, I guess like Jenny Wade wasn't like the nicest person either.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
they were, I that place we went to that I'm referencing, and I can't remember like the house, but I think it was where Jenny Wade stayed when she was a kid. They have like the museum there. So probably I'm gonna get some comments maybe later. I don't know about this, but they were like bussing on Zach Bagans and Ghost Adventures, like that they're like kind of banned from Gettysburg. I don't know if that's true or not, but
Really?
they were like shit talking on them. And oh, when they came here, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay. But yeah. Like, some people like love him, some people hate him. I don't really mind him. He was one of the firsts, first of the two groups, basically. You had Ghost Hunters and Ghost Adventures. I mean, you had like Paranormal State and stuff too later, but you know, yeah, I don't mind Zach Bagans. A little ridiculous at times, but you know, but
Yeah, I don't mind them. I don't mind that group either. Uh, watching Ghost Adventures is actually what really inspired me to do my own thing.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I was like, wow, you can like do this like, for real? Yeah.
Yeah,
Same here. Yeah.
because
I watch all the shows and um
yeah, because during that time, like that was years ago, but I was like, um, I had some minor surgery and I was resting for like 2 or 3 weeks and during that time I just kind of caught up on all the Ghost Adventure seasons
yeah.
and it's kind of just clicked, like I'm like, wait a minute, you know what? I'm gonna create my own name. I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna start my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um and um yeah, they're the ones that like basically inspired me to go forth and actually try this on my own.
That's cool. Yeah. That's really cool.
Um, and of course, I guess, like I said before, like I was, um, um, it's just kind of like it was always kind of like weird for me because um, I would have this really deep interest in like the paranormal and the occult realm, and then it would like leave me for a while, like for a few months or for a year, and then all of a sudden it would come back to me again, the interest,
Mm-hmm.
and then for a while, and then again it would leave me, and then for another while, like another like few months to a year, and then it would come back again
Mm-hmm.
for a while, and it was just like on and off with that, um um like I felt that there was like I don't know, just after years of going back and forth of like forgetting about like all that stuff and doing something different, and then having it come back to me,
Mm-hmm.
and then forgetting about it for another while, and that whole back and forth, um that was going on for just more than 10 years, that back and forth.
Okay.
um and then like last year, uh, and like it happened again. Like I had forgotten about it and kind of like moved on to like something else. Like I got involved with some country music, like and then actually like listening to country music and
Same here. That happened to me after I
um
went to Nashville. I was like, I hate
yeah,
country. And then I was like, oh yeah, I love this song.
yeah, and then that whole country thing went away,
Mm-hmm.
and then the whole occult paranormal realm came back to me again,
Mm-hmm.
So like at some point last year, uh, I was like, I was like, I just said to myself, I'm like, you know what? I I give in.
Mm-hmm.
I give up, and I see what's going on. I'm committed now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I am all into this now. There's no more going back and forth. I am 100% committed. I committed myself to this realm,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been with me for it's been back with me for like half a year now already.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and which enabled me to take more of a deeper dive into the occult realm. Um, like learning about the different paths, learning about like left hand path, right hand path,
Mm-hmm.
like the many forms of witchcraft, the many different kinds of witches that are out there. Um, and I like I felt that something wanted me to learn about the left hand path.
Mm-hmm.
So um, I've been I've been doing research and reading books and um, like doing certain kinds of like spell work here and there with like the left hand path and finding more about the left hand path um uh and like creating my own little it's I wouldn't call it like a book of shadows, but more of like a
Yeah.
journal of shadows.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome.
So I have one of these
Mm-hmm.
which I created. So it's like I feel like I know everybody feels different things, but for me personally, I feel that something wants me to be on the left hand path and to learn more about the left hand path
Mm-hmm.
and to kind of gain that knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
um, and to learn about these like kind of like demonic entities that are they're more like they're definitely like misunderstood, you know, like they're not they're not all out to like possess you or to take your soul, you
Yeah, I
know,
mean,
that
like
you
it's
know like
true. You can use them. That might I might ha not have the right term, but like you can use them for things you need, like to help you or like complete something. Is that true?
yeah, yeah, you can you can seek their guidance for sure for help and support. Um uh and for yeah, more about guidance and knowledge. Um and basically uh that's kind of like my theory. Like I haven't started reading this one, but this is also one of the books I have as well.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Like that.
Um yeah, Dark Gate Key to Left Hand Path. It has like a little bit of everything in here. Um I forget I forget what book it was. It may have been um Anton LaVey's book, The Satanic Bible, um, or maybe some kind of a YouTube channel that or YouTube show that I was watching.
Mhm.
Um, it's like about necromancy because that's also about the left hand path.
Mhm.
Um, and like when people hear about necromancy, it's like, oh, you're doing things with dead bodies,
Dead
or you're
body.
you're you're unburying the dead,
Yeah.
or no, it's not about that. You- you're not doing things with actually dead corpses. There's different kinds of like necromancy. Uh, for instance, one thing I like, well, like two things I learned. One thing was that um like all these like even like for yourself like all these paranormal investigation groups, that is actually a form of necromancy
Mm-hmm.
because what are you doing?
Yeah, you're contacting the dead. Like,
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
you're communicating with the dead, so that's a form. So ghost ghost hunting, ghost investigation, whatever you want to call it, paranormal investigations, it's a form of necromancy. That's one thing I learned in my research on with the left hand path, and I was like, oh my goodness, wow, holy shit,
Yeah, that's
I didn't know that.
yeah, that's interesting. I feel
um,
like if you like were to like tell, tell people like, "Oh, that's crazy," but like yeah, that makes sense.
it's what it is. I mean,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
didn't. I'm just
I ain't come up with these rules or this,
right.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you what
Yeah.
I learned,
Yeah,
but
right.
in my research.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, there really truly is a form of necromancy. Um, so there's that, and then there's also something called like kitchen necromancy, which is working with meat products.
Oh, interesting.
Like the meats that you buy from the store. I
Yeah.
mean, what's that? A meat from a dead animal,
Yeah.
and then
Huh.
um you're like regenerating the meat to make it like an edible source. So you're like ingesting a dead piece of an animal. So there's also something like that that's called kitchen necromancy.
Okay.
Um,
Hmm.
so there's different forms of necromancy that don't always involve with exactly working with like dead spirits.
Hmm.
Um, and I know for a fact that a lot of these paranormal investigators, they don't know that.
Hmm.
They don't know that it's a form of necromancy. That they just think that, oh, this I mean they think it's like it's a cool hobby, a cool because it's like an interest for them.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's really basically all it is. Um, and of course, like when we go out and do these things, like we don't exactly know
Oh,
who
yeah.
we're communicating
It,
with,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
or even what we're communicating with. I mean, it could be someone that we think that it might be. I don't know. I
Hmm.
mean, it could it could sound like something that we think it is, but I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't think
You know.
we'll ever have answers to that. But yeah, like it could, could be or spirit could be someone that used to be in a human form or not, or you know what I mean? Like,
I
yeah, it's
mean, we could get like really specific with these kind of things, and like we could ask these like spirits, like, are you like a spirit of God, or things of that nature, or we could ask these spirits like more like detailed questions,
Hmm.
like um, like how did you die, or did you die um, like like painfully, or like kind of like are you a demon, or are you um just like a restless spirit? We can
Hmm.
get like kind of more detailed into these questions.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, these are just kind of like facts that I've learned throughout my years of research and reading books.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, just a lot of
Your
people just
shirt. The gift. The more you know.
yeah, yeah, exactly. The more knowledge you know, the better.
Hmm.
Um, and that's what I try and do. I try to absorb and like read as much as I can, and like do as much as I can. Um, I mean, I'll still go out and do some investigations here and there, even knowing that it's a form of necromancy.
Hmm.
Um,
Like that's gonna be like a shirt or something. You know, like something obvious.
yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, like I did a lot of like right hand path studies, um, like a few years ago,
Hmm.
uh, and then learning about different herbs, and like different like the powers that different herbs can have, and um, making um like sachets,
Hmm.
and um, the energies in crystals, and um, I don't know, just it was just like one of those like
It didn't feel like right or like you, I guess.
yeah, like I always called it um like another spiritual awakening, or something,
Hmm.
like that I had, like, 'cause
Hmm.
I believe I had like quite a few of those, with like changing from like right hand path to left hand path, um and more like understanding these like demonic energies,
Hmm.
um and actually like knowing that a lot of these, like, even dealing with different religions, like knowing um that, like, the whole thing with like Catholic churches, and telling us that what's right and wrong, and what's bad and good, and what's evil and not and positive, um and telling us that, like, all these demonic demons are bad, and just all that stuff, and they're misunderstood. It's what that is, like these these whatever people want to call them, demonic energies or forces, like they're all misunderstood. Um, like, if they really wanted to possess you, they would, and like, obviously I'm not possessed by
Hmm.
anybody, by anything, like, I've never dealt with any kind of possession or anything.
Hmm.
But um, I've I've been learning about them, and like differences between like patrons and matrons, and like different um just like there's like a lot of different like demonic entities, like um the I
Like
think it's called the,
hierarchy.
yeah, and like the Goetia or Goetia, those, all the spirits in those books.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I have the Book of Solomon as well up there
Mm-hmm.
in my library. Um, and um, like I do have like a altar myself, um, for like, and for certain entities, certain spirits.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they are, I mean, like you said, you can use them for like guidance and for assistance, and like to gain more knowledge and for help.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not all bad.
Yeah.
Like some um like the Catholic churches and people have really misguided, like even Lucifer.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not, or the energy of Lucifer like isn't this bad evil force that wants your soul. He's the being of light. You know, um, he's not really like a being of darkness. He's the light bringer.
I've heard the Lightbringer,
Yeah.
maybe from
Um,
a lyric from like somebody, like a metal band or something. Yeah, I feel like I've heard that before. Too, like with like altars, or like when you were talking about like your journey back into like the paranormal, or like finding the left-hand path. Like I feel like you see like, or like as you're along the way, you get like synchronicities with things too that like, you know, pull you back in, or like, okay, like it gives you like some like confirmation, like that's the way I need to go, you know? Yeah.
yeah, I've had quite a few synchronicities as well with
Hmm.
dealing with numbers in general.
Hmm.
Um, like I've seen a lot of like sevens, like groups of sevens, and like 11s, like either 11 or like 1111.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that hasn't happened to me in a long time. The 11, 11. I used to get that all the time, like teenager, like years, and then I haven't seen it like forever. What's happening? Come on.
yeah,
I don't, does that mean anything in like specifically?
of
Like
course,
11, 11?
of course. Um, uh, I mean, I I think you that was something that's something that you would have to do kind of like on your own, like to do that research on your own.
Hmm.
Um, um, because like each group of numbers has like different meanings, like
Hmm.
you mentioned. I used to see 1111 like a lot, constantly, almost like a daily thing.
Hmm.
But now it's been sixes,
Hmm.
like 666.
Hmm.
Um, I see that often.
Hmm.
Um, in like different forms. Uh, like um, even like with this past. I mean, I didn't really pay attention, but this past like football, um, uh, whatever this past football game that that
Super Bowl?
happened. Yeah, yeah, the Super Bowl. Yeah, it's like there was like in one of the teams like somebody one of the teammates had the number 66 on his jersey, and then there's another team member
Oh, okay. Like being
near
next to him, yeah. I
next
got
to
the
him
six.
or nearby that had like the number like 60 on it,
Mm-hmm.
or like 06 on it.
Mm-hmm.
But still like 66 and then six, so 666.
Mm-hmm.
I just I see that those numbers, those groups of numbers in different weird forms.
Mm-hmm.
Um, whether it's like like dates or something on TV,
Mm-hmm.
or that's just my number that I see often.
Yeah, you're like
Um,
Wawa, your Wawa number receipt. I've had
uh,
before like 666. Your order number is 666.
yeah, yeah. Um,
Could be anywhere.
and I think even getting gas at one point, I've had that happen too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just it just that's just my new number that I see it, my new um but yes, every like number, like synchronicity number, has its own specific meaning.
Mm-hmm.
um but um you would have to do like your own research with that one.
Mm-hmm.
um and yeah, I just seen it in different places, different locations, and it's just the number that I see out there now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I haven't done I haven't done much research on that number. Um, it's kind of like a go back and forth kind of thing. Like I know I did some research, but I forgot about it. But so I have to go back and research it again to find out what it means again. Um, but I think it has to do something with like the path that I'm on, or the path that I have to be on, or something.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. And I heard I don't I feel like I've heard this that like it's not like, and correct me if I'm wrong if you know this, but like everyone's like 666 like the devil, but like it's I've heard it's like the opposite. Is that true? Or like I don't know. It's just like got like like a negative association, like 666. Mark of the beast, you know?
Well, that's what the Bible tells us, but
Right, yeah. Exactly.
um, yeah, I mean it's not always a bad number.
Hmm.
Um, it's almost like a numerology thing. Um, uh, you can like add up the numbers,
Hmm.
and see what number comes up, like and then like add those numbers, and then um sometimes you'll get like what's called like a prime number in numerology.
Hmm.
um and then that would be like the main number that you're kind of like meant to see.
Hmm.
um I think I tried that once or twice, but I forget what it came out to. But yeah, it's not always considered like an evil number. I don't see it as an evil number.
Hmm.
It's just what religion like drilled into our minds about,
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't see it as a bad or negative, or like an evil number.
Hmm.
I see it more as like a number, like a spiritual path number, you know?
Hmm. Hmm. Cool. Um, I can only hang out for just maybe like another 10, 15 minutes. Um, but what else, is there anything else you wanted to should we talk about? Or like do you want to like tell your followers too about your pendulum thing? Like even if we don't have time, like I'll do it again in the future if we don't have time now, but I would love to do that. But like tell me like the process of that or like how does that what do you do? Like what's the interaction?
Um, so I have I have a few different crystals of pendulums.
Hmm.
Um, this one I have here is a black
Amethyst? Oh,
onyx.
black onyx. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I have this one. I have a clear quartz. I have a snowflake obsidian.
Mm,
Um, I have two amethysts.
they're pretty.
Uh,
Those.
yeah. Um, uh, I think and I think I have another black onyx over there. Um, so certain pendulums, um, I work with like different spirits or different entities with specific ones, or like entities or like spirit guides,
Hmm.
um, like uh, like I have like a past, um, uh, like a great grandfather of mine who's my spirit guide.
Hmm.
Um, uh, I use the black onyx with him.
Hmm.
Um, and
And
then
how do you like say pick which one you're gonna use? Like, do you need to know like if someone to come to you or like say if I did it, like would you need to know information or like you just like your intuition tells you like what to pick?
um, like if I'm doing something solo
Hmm.
and I want to connect with one of my spirit guides, um, like I have like certain ones that associate with, um, like this one, the black onyx I used with my spirit guide. His name is Howard. He's
Hmm.
my great grandfather. This actually came from another medium who, um, it's like her form of mediumship is it's not like, um, it's not like possession, but it's like,
They can like channel through her kind of
yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, like the channeling, like the spirit, like,
Uses her vessel kind of.
yeah, yeah, and like that, like talks through her, and
Yeah, like Ghost, like that movie Ghost.
yeah, like some things she actually kind of told me about
Mm,
before it started, like her voice might change,
okay.
or like she might look in a different direction, or she might
Yeah.
move in a different
Interesting.
way.
Uh-huh. Like Manuers, like yeah. That's cool.
Like kind of partial possession, but not fully.
Yeah.
So yeah, um I use this one when I want to communicate with my spirit guide Howard, and then also my grandmother, my dad's mom that had passed away a few years ago.
Mhm.
She is also another one of my spirit guides. So like Howard is my negative spirit guide, and my grandmother is my positive spirit guide. Um, I for my grandmother, I use the clear quartz, um, because that's what the medium told me to use for her.
Okay.
And then also when communicating with her to use white candles.
Okay.
And then to use a black candle when communicating with my other spirit guide.
Okay.
So I have different um a- and like to call upon her like 3 times, and to call upon uh my other spirit guide. um I think it's like I think like 3 or 4 times. Um and just like using like certain candles, like black candles are good for protection. um anyways, so yeah, I use certain pendulums associated with different spirit guides and different entities. um
And then how do
and
you like pick for other people? Like if you're doing the pendulum reading for someone, it just
okay.
like you have to know what they want to know, or like you kind of just based off of like what you're feeling, you know what I mean? Trying to say.
um it's kind of a good question, because like what I want to do is go to some local metaphysical stores and actually start doing like legit readings for people.
Hmm.
And I've been doing that like here and there, like on and off, through like video chats.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm.
um and I think I think I would want to use um the clear quartz for that. um it seems to work pretty well when doing readings for other people.
Hmm.
um because it's like more kind of more negative instead of it's more positive instead of negative. So kind of based on that intuition, I think I would use the clear quartz for doing readings for people.
Hmm.
um
And then how do you
so
do like when you start the reading, like do you ask the questions or does the person ask the questions and then you just, you get the pendulum swinging and stuff like that. Your answers.
um like when I do readings, so people know, like I like to use like a pendulum board.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
um
Oh, that's
yeah,
good.
yeah, it has like the yes and no
Hmm.
and unknown and maybe. So basically, the pendulum works the same way as if we were to kind of move our heads in the yes and no direction.
Hmm.
Like if it's a no answer, the pendulum would swing this way. Like as we were saying, no, no,
Hmm.
and then if it was a yes, being yes, so the pendulum would swing like this way for
Hmm.
yes, and then no.
Okay.
um and uh um and if it doesn't know, like either like how to answer, or if it doesn't know the specific question, then it would start to move in like a circular motion.
Hmm.
because almost like it's like confused or it doesn't know how to answer. Um, um,
And then who asks the questions?
um, I've done
Okay.
some test trials with questions. Like sometimes I would repeat the same question back
Hmm.
to the pendulum, and it would go in whichever direction it goes in. Or sometimes I would have the person ask the question and and me not to repeat it, and at times that would work as well.
Hmm.
Like
Okay.
like like for instance, if you were to ask a question and I wouldn't say anything, the pendulum would just start moving in whichever direction it wants to.
Hmm.
So that's one of my that was one of my um my tests that I was one of my theories that I was messing around with,
Hmm.
um and that actually works, like without me repeating the question with the person asking the question, like yeah, it actually works that way too.
Okay. That's cool.
um
Well, yeah, I would love to do that in the future. We'll sync up again and we can do a reading. Be cool.
yeah, for sure. Like I just like prior to readings, I just asked the person to gather as many questions as the person wants,
Hmm.
um um for like a certain price. Uh they can just basically ask any questions as they want, really. And uh like that post I created, like it could be like about the future, or past, present, future, or it could be about questions about their loved ones at past, or family members, or friends, or just or whatever,
Hmm.
or even current questions that they want to know. Like like questions about how their day is going to go, or whatever, or just really just basically any kind of question.
Okay. Are they like timed? Like, is it for like, half hour or whatever you do?
Time, time doesn't matter. There's no time limit for questions, or for like price wise. Like I don't charge people like by like the hour, or by
Mhm.
the half hour, or
Okay.
whatever. It's just a straight like $10 price, but um it's some people some people put in a little bit more. I don't I don't I just say thank you. Like I had one person give me 15 instead of 10, and I was like, okay, well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Um um yeah, it's just whatever.
Okay. That's cool.
Just I just have a certain price set, but it's just whatever the person feels like they that they want to put into it, and a lot of it has to do with like dealing with like energy as well.
Hmm.
Um,
Do you ever feel like drained when you're done? Like, do you ever, or even in general with like investigating like the paranormal hangover experience?
paranormal hangover.
Yeah. That's the
Um,
worst. Like, it doesn't happen all the time, but certain investigations. Like, it didn't happen with Tala, but like it happened with um, you know, like private investigations before, like the day after, like you just feel like you like hit a brick wall.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, and I know that
mhm.
feeling for sure.
Yeah.
The paranormal hangover, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's a good one. Um,
Or like after you do like your readings, have you ever experienced that? Or like le less energy, I guess.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, I've felt that because um, when we allow the spirits to use some of our energy to for communication, um, obviously, which is also like somewhat draining, but that's like easily restored.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I mean, I've been learning, like I said, I've been learning about the tarot as well, but I do feel more drawn and connected to pendulums.
Hmm.
Um, for one, it's like you don't really hear a lot of people doing pendulum readings.
Yeah.
It's like more tarot readings. Like everyone's
Yeah.
doing tarot readings.
Hmm. Yeah,
You
the
don't
only
really.
other person that like I know that has like a pendulum is like my dad's friend, that like lives with him, like this woman, and I think she has like a rose quartz one, and she's like, like no, I've never done anything with her, but like, that's like the only person I know, um, who like does that, and so that's interesting. Yeah, you don't really hear it that often.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to get myself out there a little bit, try to hit up
Yeah,
a few like metaphysical stores
cool.
and see if they wanna um if they're interested in allowing me to do some readings over there.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Do you ever do not for like readings like but like during investigations or you ever work with dowsing rods?
I do have a pair of those. I
Hmm.
do have a set.
Yeah. I like them. I haven't they don't always work for me, but it's crazy like when you feel like the pull, it's like really wild. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like you have to like be like they're almost kind of like tricky to use because you have to like um be like really steady with them,
Hmm.
um and they can they can move like pretty easily if you don't have them like steady.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I've seen like the kind I have like they're pretty long, like a good like foot with like the like copper I think the whole thing's copper, even like the like the vertical piece, but I've seen it where
Yeah.
like people have really short ones too. Um, which I've never used those, but yeah, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these are the ones that I have.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, yeah. That yours have a ball. That's cool. And then I've
Yeah.
seen like other ones where like they have like they were selling a lot of them at like the Paracons where they were like they have like crystals on them and stuff too, like like all decked out, or like I've seen with like lights. I guess you can see like use them in like the dark, but
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, yeah, it was pretty interesting.
That's really cool.
Yeah. But yeah, they the last couple times I've used them, I've gotten nothing. But then like, other times like it's like bam, bam, or like show me where you are with both rods, and it goes like woo. But like, like a bunch of different times. Yeah, I like them a lot. Yeah, I almost lost my pair when we went to West Virginia. The hotel we were staying at, like the Holiday Inn, it was like backed up to a cemetery. She's like, yeah,
Okay.
let's go, like, investigate or like check out the cemetery. And my rods were like sticking in my bag or whatever. And like by the time we got to the cemetery, they were like missing and they like fell out, but we were able to find them. I'm like, oh my God, I've had those for like ever. Like probably like, I don't know, 7 years or something like that. Can't lose these. but we found them.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of pieces of equipment. Like I said, the dowsing rods, I have a few pendulums,
Yeah.
and then as far as like other paranormal equipment, I have the REM pod. I have like one REM pod.
Hmm.
Um, uh, I have the like two versions of um the K2 meter.
Hmm.
Uh, I have some video recorders, uh, voice recorders. So I've collected a few pieces of equipment over the years.
That's cool. Yeah,
But
it's like um the have you seen like the dead bell before?
uh
It looks like an old school like bell like at like when you go to your hotel and you like or like a old like a you put on like your desk or like to get people to like ding, they
oh
like, sell it it's called the dead bell and like it works off of EMF and um you have to charge it. It's not like I mean you could get like an old school bell too, right? But yeah, it works off of EMF and it's got like a little like knob. You have to turn it on. And I think like Stop or Go Shop, I forget what the hell they're called. They I think they sell it. And I actually got it
okay.
in person when I went to the Penhurst Paracon last year. And it's pretty cool. Like, I mean, you can ask it like, ring two dings for yes or no or whatever you want to like set it to, or like just general communication. And you can turn up the sensor really high, but like it's gonna pick up anything really. So it'll be like ding ding ding. So I turn it down like just like as soon as you turn it on, like the lowest setting, and yeah, it'll go off. But like the other day we had it where we did like was it like a shave and a haircut, like where you go like ding ding, and it
Yeah,
like did it twice. It was like pretty weird. Like it's rare that I get it to go off like more than once, but that was really cool. Yeah, they're pretty neat.
nice.
And I think they made like a newer version with like because it's like a wooden base. But I think there's like a fancier version now that like makes it look like more spooky or whatever. And
Oh, cool.
yeah, they're cool. Yeah, definitely. Kind of spooky. I like when I first got it, like I was like, yo, why is this thing like going off? And I didn't realize like I had it on. Like, I had it on my desk like while I was working or whatever. I'm like, this thing's going off. And like I started like writing down the timestamps and
Yeah,
and I was also like testing to like see how sensitive it was to like if I sit it next to my laptop, like does it go off? And it's like sometimes it's sensitive, sometimes it's not, but yeah, you can, work it kind of similar to your um like other devices where you can ask it to communicate that way. It just doesn't have like the like proximity meter like a REM pod, But
okay.
yeah, yeah, it's cool.
That's very interesting. I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, yeah. There's also the I don't know what it's called, but it's like a instead of like a regular like beep, like it's like plays music. It's like a music box that's like similar. It just plays music like makes it kind of spooky like ding 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 like an old school music box with like it's like works the same way like a sensor like I think it's EMF as well but that's kind of cool too. I don't have one of those but some people that I know have that and it's kind of cool when it goes off.
Nice,
Like adds to
nice.
the vibes. Yeah, there's also
Very
like
cool.
a I don't know what it's called but it's like something like Ouija something but it like works like a yes and no like kind of like system. Let me see what the fuck's it called. But that's kind of cool. I would like to get one of those. Um, Yeah, I saw that you collected Ouija boards.
Yeah, yeah. I got a few of those.
Yeah, that's cool.
Um, I have one that have a actually have a homemade Ouija board. Um, it's yeah, it's this one.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's cool. Did you say that was like rubbings from like
Yeah,
tombstones or something? Gravestones? Headstones?
yeah.
One of the.
Everything except for the yes, no, hello, and goodbye.
Okay.
It's all gravestone rubbings.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
Even like the numbers, the design in the background,
Oh,
the,
wow.
the letters and the numbers. Yeah, so this is the one that I had bought at a metaphysical store, um, for for like $48.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey, man, I spent more money on ridiculous. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like
yeah,
whatever you want to pay, that's on, you know what I mean? That's you. Like, I buy dolls for like $100. Like, it's like dumb. You know what I mean? Yeah.
yeah. So there's like a little inscription on the back. It says, "Spirit board, contact with an invited spirit."
Oh, wow.
Um, yeah, contact with an invited spirit should always be done in sacred space.
Hmm.
Copper framed, designed, and empowered ensures only benevolent spirits be welcomed. And then it says care to smudge after each use.
Hmm.
Board designed, actual tombstone rubbing, and the art by Ron Sinclair. Um, and he actually makes these like uh once a year, but every year on Samhain.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah,
That's
like on that day,
yeah. Yeah.
he
That's
goes out to a specific cemetery and actually does the rubbings.
yeah. That's really cool. It's like a neat like different. You don't see that. I've never seen that before, you know. It's cool.
Yeah,
Like, you could totally go make one yourself. You should like make your own. Be kind of cool.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
and
and
then there's those cool cloth ones as well that I was thinking about getting. It's just like completely cloth. And then I would like to get like a really older version, of
Mhm.
the Ouija boards too.
Yeah.
I,
Like from
I,
like the spiritualist era,
yeah,
like an authentic one would be cool.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
That's cool. Gotta scour. I don't know how you I feel like eBay is like picked over, I guess. You gotta like get a dealer who like goes out and finds these things for you, like the
Yeah, I
Johnny
find a
Depp
lot
from
of
like the Ninth Gate finding rare cold books.
yeah. Um, I do find a lot on the Facebook Marketplace though.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, yeah, that's another good place.
Because there's a lot of people that they just don't want them in their house no more. They just give them away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I played with the Ouija board only like one time, and like when I was a teenager with like my guy friends. You're
Yeah.
like, yeah, let's like summon Cliff Burton like from Metallica. It was it was like so dumb. And I mean nothing happened, but it was funny, you know. But
Yeah, I'll do like an experiment sometime with like my pendulum and the Ouija board, see how that
oh yeah,
works.
that's cool. Yeah,
You know,
that's
see
interesting.
see what I get, see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Ouija board and like, like oh, like The Exorcist, like don't play with a Ouija board.
Right. Yeah, I guess it opens doorways or portals. I don't know, but
I mean, like that's what we do, right? Like that's what the spirit box is. It's the same thing, you know. I mean there is like I guess like a superstition like I'm not gonna play with a Ouija board. I guess it's 'cause like, you know, like movies and shit like that, but you know, um there was this what was it? Was it I think it was on YouTube. You got to look up um hold on. My Haunted Project, and it's like they have like different locations. There's like My Haunted Manor. It's like the US version, like in Columbia, PA. You can go stay
okay.
at like the Samuel Miller Mansion, but there's one in the United Kingdom, I believe, where it's like it was like an old like I don't know if it was like an old inn. There's like a bar, restaurant, and like it was maybe like a hotel or something, but it's like super old and like one of the oldest buildings, like I guess on the street. But the whole idea with like My Haunted Project is there's like you can go stay overnight and they have like 24-hour surveillance. Um, and I'm pretty sure it was My Haunted Project where the UK version, they did this experiment where they brought, I think they like put out a request for like people to sign up for this like come investigate here, but like they were gonna just be using like a Ouija board, and they kind of set it up where like it was like two women that like they came and like investigated and like they gave them a little bit of information to like see if they would get that information or that would corroborate with the Ouija board answers to
Hmm.
see if like they are like pushing the planchette themselves and like coming up with like answers, and they gave him like a little bit of history and like they did some regular investigating too, but then there was a room specific with like a Ouija board, and um there's like an episode on this, and they're like, oh God, like how are we gonna tell them, like we set these people up, and
Goodness.
but like yeah, they were, and some of these facts or the things they were telling were not true, like they were like planted basically, and the people were using the Ouija board and they were like, oh, like this is so and so, this is Sir Robert and he died, like like whatever the story was, and but like it wasn't like true, and they were basically like the conclusion was like they were like pushing the Ouija board in or pushing the planchette and getting certain answers. And then at the end of the episode, they like basically told them like this was like a setup to like an experiment to see like do Ouija boards work? Like are you like influenced by certain things? So that was like kind of interesting episode on that. And like when you're with like other people, like, you know what I mean? Like, does your energy or like, does one person like sneak it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially if you're like a teenager, I'm
Yeah, right.
sure that would happen, But yeah, I thought it was interesting. And the people, the two women at the end of the episode, like they were investigators like that, like with her own kind of group on the outside. And they kind of like didn't believe it. They still believe their answers that they got, which is kind of interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it's
Wow.
definitely worth the watch. Interesting. But the whole concept of that, like My Haunted Project, like even the one in Columbia, PA, like I've been to that one. And the one guy, so Daryl Marston, he was from one of the chapters of like Ghost Hunters, and him and then like two, the Bader brothers, run it. They're like kind of like the hosts, like they run the whole thing. And then
Okay.
people, um, they have different events, but or like, oh, you pay extra for like overnight. There's like cots you can like sleep in, and but they like capture. It's like 24/7 surveillance. So like anything you capture, I mean, you can bring your own gear and stuff. but like if you there something happens, they'll capture it. So it's kind of cool, like a really cool concept. And that the my Columbia one, My Haunted Manor, is definitely active. And a lot of like really interesting evidence they've gotten, um, and what I believe was also part of like the Underground Railroad, and um, from several investigations, like since they've actually opened. They've gotten like several names, like there's some people that have died there, but they've
Okay.
gotten stories or like different like words to like Estes or like validating answers um over several investigations where they believe that someone is like buried in the basement, like someone was like there was like some sort of like physical alteration. I don't know if that's the right word, altercation, um, that I don't know if there was like a rape or I don't know what it was, but they actually did like excavating. They brought in like a I forget what you call it, but like a device that will kind of like scan the surface. And They started like an excavation. They haven't found any bones yet, but they've had other kind of like little artifacts and stuff, like from, I guess prior, pieces of pottery and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
think there was some bones, but I think they need to be analyzed, like tiny little things, not like a femur or something, but
Okay.
still, I think they want to bring in like cadaver dogs next. But it's crazy. Like when we were there, um, we had like two people doing like the SS method at the same time, and it was almost like one was like a mostly male that was coming through, and then the female, and they were kind of like having a conversation. It was like really weird. It was like a really strange session. Um, and a lot of like some like not super nasty stuff, but like you could tell like this guy, like whoever this spirit or whoever was talking
Yeah.
was like upset. We were like trying to like get answers, I guess, you know. But yeah, that place is really cool. Like if you're ever around that area, like, you can stay overnight there basically and investigate too. The town's really cool too. It's like a lot of like little homey town, like nostalgia, like, you know, coal miner town or something like that. But I think, and then there's like a bridge there too that was part of the Civil War that they actually burned down at one point. But it's like I think that's like either like the Schuylkill or like the Schuylkill River that runs there. So like super high energy there, and there's train tracks there too, which I believe they said was like, they would wait for the train to like slaves would like escape on the train.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah. And in the basement of the Samuel Miller Mansion, there's like an archway. It's like it's blocked up currently, but they think that was like a way through like the Underground Railroad, like a tunnel of some sort that they eventually are gonna like knock down.
Hmm.
But yeah, really interesting place. Um, Definitely worth checking out. But they have the epi
Very
like
cool.
they also like have like a YouTube show. Like you can go watch like they film some of them, so you could go watch it on YouTube.
Okay.
They're in like the second season now. And then like the UK version, it's like there's several seasons in. And they have another location. I can't remember where it is. More isolated, like I don't know if it's like England or something, but it was supposed to be like something to do with like witches, Pendles, something. I don't remember. But yeah, that's now on like a season. Like you could go watch his episodes now too. Especially,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll definitely have to check that out.
Yeah, I'll send you a bunch of links. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I've been to the Houghton Mansion just for like a quick little visit.
Where's that at?
North Adams, Massachusetts.
Oh. Okay.
Not for like an investigation, but just we're just in the area again.
Yeah.
And then the Hoosac Tunnel.
Oh,
Um,
where is that?
same place, North Adams.
Okay.
Those two spots are they're connected
Oh, okay.
because just a lot of workers have died while making the tunnels, and it's very
Oh,
haunted.
oh wow.
And it's connected because they used some of the stones from when they built the tunnel, when they blasted it to create like the stone wall around um uh the Houghton Mansion.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Huh.
Yeah. So that was like another quick little visit place I went to.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I've been to Salem, but like never really anywhere else like in Massachusetts. Um,
Salem was definitely cool.
yeah, that we went like right after Halloween, so it was like dead, like there wasn't anybody there. It was cool. And it was like, you know, the leaves had fallen and all that stuff, and it was like it was chilly, but like yeah, it was cool. We did a lot of the uh, like tours and stuff, and we did like a night cemetery like kind of walk or whatever with like a group. And I guess
Nice.
there's like I don't know if it was like a prison or something that's like right next to like the main like famous cemetery, and like the door was open. We went in, and then we got to be like, check it out. We didn't go in. But there was like, I guess like rumors, or like not rumors, I'm sorry. People's had experience where they've seen like lights turn on,
Oh
like
yeah.
no one's there, and we're like, yeah, let's go check it out. And then we chicken shits. But
Yeah, it's
I don't
definitely
know back
it's
there.
it's definitely crazy during October
Yeah,
and definitely madness on Halloween.
yeah, oh
I,
yeah.
I've been there once on Halloween and it's madness.
Mm-hmm. I've
Everybody
seen like pictures, and
everybody wants to be there on Halloween.
yeah, yeah. Have you ever been to like New Orleans?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, same. Yeah, I've been there for Halloween, and it's like mad. That's like psycho. Like, but I actually I didn't. I thought it was gonna be like more like anxious. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Um, when I was one of my things to bring back was an actual real voodoo doll.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, I don't know if you've seen that in my
You have
pictures.
it online? Maybe I might have seen it.
Yeah,
Now, was it like? Did you go to like an authentic like voodoo shop?
right.
Like, oh, it's much bigger than I thought. Wow.
Yeah, that's her.
Cool. What is
Uh,
is that like the peat moss? Is that what it's called from the tree? Like that hangs from the trees down there?
yeah, yeah. I don't know if you can
But
like see the face,
on the
but
face, yeah. Wow. That's cool.
yeah, it says New Orleans voodoo doll for protection.
Okay.
It's the original tag from Marie Laveau's House of Voodoo.
Oh yeah, I love that little store. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they have the little
Awesome.
like when you go in like an altar dedicated to her, like candles, and people leave like offerings to her.
Yeah, it says
Um,
a authentic voodoo doll.
that's cool. Yeah.
So I had to get one. I had to bring one back.
Yeah, yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Did you get to go see like her like the cemetery where she um I forget what you call it, mausoleums or whatever. Like they're all like above ground. I forget
Uh,
the cemetery. There's like several, obviously, but
yes, yes, but
like which they have like the like all like the I don't know what you call them, hatch marks. You know what I'm talking about? Like they have like people like write like the lines on them. I don't know if it's in threes or what, but
Yeah, and
Do
they leave
whatever.
coins and stuff for
Yeah.
um but like there's actually like two monuments. One says like one says Marie Laveau and then the other one says like Marie Laveau buried here
Mm-hmm.
um um one is just only a monument where she's not buried and one is actually where she really is buried.
Okay.
But she really is buried there, some like in one of the tombs.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I saw one of them. I don't know which one I saw, but whatever one. I'm sure both of them probably have the like the writings on it and stuff.
oh
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Some of the older ones for sure.
mhm.
But yeah, it's
But her,
definitely
like her specifically, people
yeah,
go and like write on it.
yeah. I think it's like X's or something like.
X's, that's what it is. Yeah, X's. Yeah. Hmm. Not sure
Um,
what that means, but yeah.
I don't know, like protection or good fortune or something.
Hmm.
But they also leave like flowers and coins and pennies or whatnot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But yeah, that was a pretty interesting place, New Orleans.
yeah. I've been there like been there 2 times. And yeah, I love going there. It's like my spirit city.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Hmm. Yeah. Hopefully I want like when I go the next time, like to do more of that kind of stuff, like maybe stay at like, you know, some haunted places or like, that kind of thing. I think we've like always stayed at like an Airbnb or something like that and with like some friends and um but I think I can't remember if like one group of our friends they had gone like I wasn't on this trip, but I think they stayed. I can't remember if it was like Marie Laveau's like former house where they stay. You can stay, and the one girl had like a stack of like dollar bills or whatever, like money. She was like counting her money. Okay, I got like four 20s, like whatever tens, five like ones, and she had
Yeah,
turned around to like talk to her friend, and when she turned back around, all the money was like messed up.
my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Hmm. Yeah. Like, well, I'd like to stay there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Sounds like an interesting place.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, I should be going. It's after 12. Um, I'm a
Yeah,
parent who needs sleep because I'm sure I'll be woken up at like 4 a.m.
yeah,
But yeah, well, we'll have to do this again. And I'll I'll set up. We can do the pendulum reading too. That'd be really cool.
yeah. For sure, for
Yeah.
sure. That'd be really cool.
Cool. All right. Well, look out for some links, and I'll figure out. I'll get you this file sometime this weekend or like Monday. Do you need it? Do you want it sooner than that, or like whenever?
Uh, whenever you can send it.
Okay. Sounds good. Oh, there he's going. I'm rolling around now. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, I'll get it to you. But yeah, it
Cool.
was very interesting conversation and I'll talk to you online and send you some stuff and we'll very cool. Very nice to meet you, Kyle.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Very nice to meet you as well.
Yeah. Cool. And do you like horror movies and stuff? You like big horror
Yeah,
guy?
yeah. Like old-fashioned horror.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll have to hook you up with Bruce, my husband. He does, he's like, his podcast is the Marvel of Horror podcast. And that it's like anything kind of related to horror genre, but yeah, I'm sure you guys would kick it off. Like
Cool.
old school movies, black and white. Are you like a Universal guy, Hammer guy, or both, or like 80s movies or
Uh, like I'm more into like old school like Michael Myers, Jason,
Okay, cool.
Chucky.
Like slashers and stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Awesome. Well, yeah, we'll have to like get you on there, do an episode.
Awesome. That'd be cool.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, I got to roll, and it's very good to talk to you, and we'll be chatting again soon.
Awesome. Sounds
Cool.
good.
All right. All right. Talk to you later.
Yeah, talk to you later.
Okay. See ya.
See ya.
Mhm.